Hi, this is Ross Nickerson, and welcome to your instruction video on learning to play in different keys, specifically the keys of C, D, E, and F, and up the neck in G. I have some insights I think that will really make it simpler for you to get a handle on playing in these different keys and working your way around the neck in a hurry. One of the things when playing a musical instrument that you always want to use to your advantage is movable positions, and learning that if you learn one thing in one spot, on the banjo neck for instance, that you can also play it in a different spot, and that applies to playing in different keys as well. What we want to focus on today, I think to start with, is playing in the key of D, and how that relates to also playing in the key of C, key of E, F, and playing G up the neck. What it boils down to really is knowing your way around playing melodies in what we call the D form or the D shape on the banjo neck, this shape right here, and how that differs, and how you can draw some comparisons and analogies between the open G position, which is basically playing out of the bar position, and then playing melodies out of what would be considered the bar position because of the open G and the nut there, and playing melodies from the D shape. Using the song Bury Me Beneath the Willow as an example of playing in the song in different keys, I can what I would like to do first is just show you how the melody notes fall on a different string and in a different place when playing out of the what I'm going to call the bar position or open G position, and playing out of the D position. So I'll just give you a couple of examples of that, and just to give you an idea where I'm going with to help you see these comparisons. When you're playing an open G, the melody is normally based around the 4th, 3rd, and the 2nd string. And as you notice, normally the first melody note will be either the G note, which is called the 1st of the chord, or the B note, which is 2nd string, that's the 3rd, or the 5th, which is the D note. And for instance, songs that start on the 1st, it might be like Jed Clampett. That's the first melody note is G, so you lead up to the G, kind of thing. The next common note to start would be the 3rd, that's the B. For instance, the song that we're going to work on with today, Bury Me Beneath the Willow, starts on that note. So that you have a couple of lead-in notes, and that's the first melody note. Okay. And the third most common note to start on is the 5th note of the scale, or D, and Rocky Top would be an example of that one, for instance. Okay. That's a bit of a kickoff for a song that the first melody note is D. Sometimes they start on D and they go. The melody note is actually the octave lower of D. So just to give you an idea where I'm going with this, those are the most common and likely notes that the first melody note of the song are going to start on. So what I'd like to do is show you where those notes are in the key of D. One simple way of looking at it is the melody notes, or commonly used melody notes, in this D shape or in the key of D. And I like to use the word D shape just because we're going to be moving that to the other keys, and I want you to be able to draw the comparison so you can take what you've learned from learning in the key, playing in the key of D, and take it along with you to make it much easier to play in the other keys as well. But one of the things that's a simple thing to remember is that the melody notes have all kind of moved up a string. Instead of being centered on the 4th, 2nd, and 3rd, they're now centered more around the 2nd string and the 1st string and the 3rd string. On the 2nd string in this shape, this note right there, the 3rd fret, is the root note of the chord. So that's the 1. And the 3rd note, as I mentioned in the other example in G, this this being the third note, is this F sharp note right here, okay? And then the fifth note is up here. It's an A, and you have to use the inversion of D chord up here to get that note. So, for instance, if you're playing a song like I demonstrated, the Jed Clampett song, and you're playing in D, that's a little lead into the root note D, okay? And the next one, like the Bury Me Beneath the Willow, now you're going up to the third note, which is on the 4th fret of the 1st string. And if you were going to play something like Rocky Top in the key of D, you'd play something along the lines of, you'd go from this, maybe just grab the top 2 notes of this D chord with the index finger and the ring finger, and then you'd go up to playing the D inversion up here on the bar chord with these 2 fingers, the 2 middle fingers on the 7th fret, and it would sound. And that'd be a little bit of Rocky Top. So you can see that if you were able to learn how to quickly transpose what you knew in G into the key of D, and then consequently be able to take what you've learned in D and move it to the other keys as well, that's a real shortcut and a real handy way of learning these things without the need of tablature.